Today, we're diving into the housing market stats for Temescal Valley for April 2025 and breaking down what they really mean for both buyers and sellers. So whether you're thinking of buying or selling or just keeping an eye on the market, stick around. This is an update you don't want to miss. So let's start with the numbers. Here's a snapshot of what went down in Temescal Valley in 2025. Active listings: 166 homes were actively listed for sale at the end of March. That's a slight increase of 0.6% from February's 165 listings. It's not a dramatic change, but it does suggest we're entering the spring market with slightly more inventory on the table. Homes sold, pending and closed: 31 homes went into escrow or sold during March. That's a 3.1% dip from February, which had 32. Not a huge swing, but worth noting. The median sales price last month hit $731,735, which is up 1.6% compared to March of last year. Average days on market: on average, homes sat on the market for 49 days, which is up 39% year over year. So what does all this mean? Let's break it down. The inventory bump is small but meaningful. With 166 homes on the market, buyers have a few more options than they did a month ago, which could relieve some pressure in specific price ranges, especially under $800,000. That said, inventory is still relatively tight compared to pre-pandemic levels, so it's not exactly a buyer's market. But we are seeing a little more breathing room than in previous years. The increase in days on market is particularly interesting. Nearly 50 days before a home sells is longer than what we were used to during the ultra-competitive years of 2021 and 2022, when homes were flying off the shelves in under 2 weeks. Now, buyers are more selective, and homes that aren't priced right or lack that curb appeal are sitting longer. That $731,735 median sales price shows us the market is holding steady and even inching up. A 1.6% year-over-year increase isn't explosive, but it's a solid indicator that Temescal Valley remains desirable, especially with its proximity to the I-15, great views, and newer communities like Terramor and Trilogy continuing to attract interest. However, pricing strategy is everything right now. Homes that are priced correctly and well presented are still moving, sometimes with multiple offers. But if you overshoot, buyers won't bite, and you could end up chasing the market downward. So let's talk buyers. With homes sitting on the market longer and more listings to choose from, buyers have a bit more leverage than they did in past years. That means more room to negotiate, whether it's on price, repairs, or closing costs. But, and this is a big one, mortgage rates remain elevated compared to a few years ago. As of April 2025, rates are hovering in the mid to high 6% range, depending upon credit score and loan type. That's impacting affordability. A $700,000 home now costs significantly more per month than it did when rates were in the 3s or 4s. So what's the move? Get pre-approved early. Know your numbers. And when you find the right home, don't hesitate too long, because if rates drop even slightly, we could see a surge of demand and renewed competition. Now, for sellers out there, here's what you need to know. You've likely gained solid equity over the past few years. If you bought pre-2020, chances are you're sitting on 6 figures in gains. But today's buyers are more price conscious, and they have higher monthly payments due to interest rates. So if you're selling this spring or summer, price it right from day one. Make your home stand out. Think fresh paint, deep cleaning, and staged rooms. And most importantly, work with an agent who knows how to market in a higher rate environment. Don't let your listing become stale. The longer it sits, the more buyers wonder what's wrong with it, even if it's just overpriced. So to wrap things up, Temescal Valley is showing signs of balance. We're not in a buyer's market, and we're no longer in a frenzy of a seller's market either. We're somewhere in the middle, which actually opens up opportunities for savvy buyers and sellers alike. If you're a buyer, stay ready and know your numbers. And if you're a seller, lead with strategy and presentation. If you're thinking about making a move this spring or summer, whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or just exploring your options, let's connect. I'd love to help you navigate today's market with confidence. Now, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and drop any questions in the comments. And we'll see you on the next update.